Hey everyone, Scott Winterroth here, and welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I want to take a little bit of a different direction than what my normal sort of workout, bariatric, and weight loss tips, and talk a little bit about kind of like how the world shifted from when I got my surgery to today. We are approaching a new year. It's December 23rd, actually, right before the holidays here, right before the new year. And this is obviously a time where we sort of take time to reflect, build resolutions, and sort of think about how we want the next year to shake out. Or at least for me, I know this is a time where I always like to sit down and kind of plan my journey for the new year, plot out what's going to work for me, and sort of reflect on what maybe didn't work so well in the last year. I thought it was sort of interesting to think about how my resolution planning and how I sort of work to figure out my goals and make goals and talk about strengths and weaknesses. The world has changed. I had my surgery on August 12th of 2022. And of course, the pandemic was sort of on the way out, if you will, whatever you want to call it. We're still in a pandemic, but it was the masking situation was sort of ending, and we were kind of returning to sort of more normal working conditions. And then on November 11th of 2022, or thereabouts, a whole new thing came out that really rocked my entire world, if you will. It wasn't surgery. It wasn't anything that was even related to my personal health. It was my professional life. OpenAI launched ChatGPT. And to be honest with you, that changed the game for my world. Since I work in digital marketing and public relations, things have completely turned upside down in that industry, that world, because of ChatGPT. And whether you love it or hate it, I think there's so many positive things to it. I actually enjoy it. I think it's a really awesome tool. But also I get scared because it is taking away a lot of sort of things that I used to do as a human creator that now it's either faster, better, or cheaper to use AI. It's not perfect, but it's a tool in my toolbox. And I've been using it to help create content, but also I've been using it in all aspects of my life, from my working life to my digital life, if you will, or my personal life, or even in my resolutions and planning and brainstorming ideas for how I want 2025 to shake out. There was one more thing that happened in December of 2022. That same year, I sort of had three major things happen. I got a new job after having a job for like 15 years, different roles, but basically the same job over 15 years. It was a huge life-changing thing for me to not only change jobs, but to have a new physique and also to have this new tool called ChatGPT that did a lot of the sort of tedious stuff that I actually didn't really enjoy doing. I like writing, I like creating, but also I like getting things done too. It's definitely been a benefit for someone like me who likes to lean into areas where I'm not the best writer in the world, but I'm not the worst either, at least in my opinion, right? There's definitely better writers out there than me. I thought it'd be kind of fun to take a moment to think about how did ChatGPT, aside from helping me in my professional life, how has it helped me in my personal life? But more specifically, how has ChatGPT helped me in my sort of weight loss journey, bariatric journey? Number one, I think that no matter how you slice and dice it, you have to look at it as change is everything. As I already mentioned, ChatGPT came out in November of 2022 and it has changed industries, turned whole industries upside down. So no matter where you are, you have to realize that change is everything. I had a conversation with a colleague the other day who was sort of like on the fence about it, that they were worried that it was potentially going to take their job or this or that. And unfortunately, they may not be wrong, but I think the mindset's wrong. And one thing I'd like to point out is that, when typewriters came out, people didn't want to go from typewriters to computers because computers were less efficient or more efficient, whatever. They perceived them being less efficient to them, or something they had to learn. And I think it's sort of the same with ChatGPT. It's just a new thing that we have to learn, but once we have it down, humans will always be more intelligent than ChatGPT when it comes to working in application. Now, the other thing I want to point out too is ChatGPT, or AI in general, is maybe not as smart as it looks. It's pretty smart, but it's not as smart as people think it is in terms of sentientness. But it's getting there, but it's not going to take over the world tomorrow. Maybe in the future, but not tomorrow. That being said, I think it's important to look at it. What can we leverage this thing for? And as you know, if you've been following ChatGPT, or maybe this is the first time you've even heard of it, there are plenty of apps and tools out there that you can use for everyday weight loss planning, whether that's creating a food journal or using it to identify recipes or looking at like going through your pantry and being like, I have these recipes so I can make this. Like what type of foods can I make with this? And you can even say, hey, I'm on a keto, or I'm on a carb friendly, or I'm on a low calorie diet, so please keep that in mind. And ChatGPT will spit out something that sounds coherent. You have to remember it's not verified by a dietitian or any type of culinary professional or anything like that. It's a computer algorithm just putting a bunch of words together. So it may not be necessarily the best thing, but it could give you some ideas or spark some ideas that you can use to help design a meal. Knowing the foundation that you have, it can help you design a meal that's best for you, or maybe at least get you through that evening. And there's one more thing I want to sort of point out. ChatGPT is a tool. It's not something you should take 100% advice. I love ChatGPT purely for the fact that it helps me brainstorm. It helps me get past that sort of blank paper stage when I'm asking to create new ideas, or I'm asking for some validation, or I need some different types of title ideas. ChatGPT is killer for that. And that sort of got me on the fact that how can I use ChatGPT in my sort of everyday life of journaling? If you know me, there are a few things I like to do, and that's journal, and I like to sort of organize my thoughts, keep my calendar, and keeping a to-do list, and using my journal as a way to sort of take out what's in my mind and put it on paper so I can sort it, organize it, create next actions, and do something about it. And ChatGPT is actually perfect for that, because you can literally use it to break down your goals into smart steps. You can use it to analyze your current situations, and you can even go there and say, hey, like, please analyze my current life. And I've actually included some prompts that you can use to help create some New Year's resolutions, and I'm leaving them in the description of this video or in the comments. But basically, use ChatGPT in ways that you may have never thought of for your personal planning. Aside from the apps these days that you can use sort of calculate your calories using camera pictures and AI to do that, and a million other ways, I thought it'd be helpful to leave you with 3 actionable prompts that you can use to help design your next year's resolutions. Here they are. Prompt number 1. You can enter into the AI tool of your choice to ask it to help me analyze my goals for 2024 by guiding me through a reflection exercise. I would like to evaluate which goals I achieved, which ones I did not, and reflect on the factors that contribute to these outcomes. Please provide a structured framework to assess my programs, including categories like personal development, career, health, and relationships. Additionally, suggesting ways to identify patterns or trends in my successes and failures, so I can understand what worked well and what might be need to change in 2025. Prompt number 2, setting SMART goals for 2025. I need assistance developing my goals for 2025 using the SMART criteria: specific, measurable, achievement, relevant, and time-bound. Please guide me through the process of transforming my broad aspirations into SMART goals, offering examples and questions that I can answer for the aspects of SMART, helping make sure that these goals I set is clear and trackable. And it would be fantastic if you could also help me identify areas of my life that might need more focus and how to prioritize these new goals effectively. Now, what's really cool, if you have the app and the upgraded subscription, you can actually go right into ChatGPT on your iPhone and use the app and talk directly to ChatGPT. Assist me in developing a detailed action plan to achieve my 2025 goals. I'm looking for a comprehensive approach that includes setting milestones, deadlines, and tasks that break down my larger goals into manageable steps. Please also include advice on how to track my progress over time, hold myself accountable, and celebrate small victories along the way. It'd be great if you could suggest tools or methods for staying organized and motivated as I work towards my objectives throughout the year.
Let's break down your 2025 goals into a detailed action plan. The goal: lose weight, 2 to 5 pounds per month. 1. Milestones and deadlines. Target weight loss of 2 to 5 pounds. Quarterly. Assess progress and adjust strategies as needed. 2. Tasks. Weekly gym visits. Plan 3 to 4 sessions focused on a mix of cardio and strength training. Meal planning. Prepare balanced meals with a focus on portion control and nutrition. Track progress. Weekly weigh-ins and body measurements. Accountability. Journaling. Maintain a fitness journal to log workouts, meals, and reflections. Support system. Share goals with friends or a fitness community for encouragement and accountability. Celebrate small victories. Reward yourself with non-food treats like a movie night, new workout gear, or a relaxing spa day when you hit milestones. Goal: achieve 500 YouTube subscribers. Milestones and deadlines. Monthly. Gain approximately 10 to 15 new subscribers. Quarterly. Assess content performance and audience engagement. 2. Tasks. Content calendar. Create and schedule weekly video uploads focusing on Chicago travel tips. Engage audience. Respond to comments, ask for feedback, and encourage viewers to subscribe. Collaborations. Partner with other YouTubers or influencers in your niche. Accountability. Use analytics tracking to monitor subscriber growth, watch time, and engagement metrics. Peer review. Share your progress with a mentor or colleague for feedback and accountability. 4. Celebrate small victories. Mark milestones with a small celebration, such as a shout out in your videos or a personal treat.
It's interesting because it knows a lot about me. I've been using it all year, so I put a lot of ideas and a lot of different things into it. So it's pulling from the knowledge it knows of me. But what's important is that you can do the same thing. You can teach it. You can even create a custom GPT that is specific to your weight loss journey, or maybe even your bariatric weight loss journey. So here is some ideas of how you can use ChatGPT to help organize your thoughts and create an action plan and set goals for your New Year's resolutions. I hope you found this helpful. If you'd like more of this, please let me know in the comments below. And I look forward to staying accountable with you in 2025.